So, as you know or may not know, I don't necessarily talk about the news per se. I talk about the way I feel and then the way I perceive the greater populace feeling. And I'm not talking about the news, I'm not talking about the lefties or the righties, I'm talking about people who are busy, people who are interested, people who care. I'm not talking about the people who don't care. And even them, sometimes I'm talking about. So here's the thing. God, this hairstyle's cool, but this dread is gonna really annoy me. All right, so this is the thing. I usually have a target. Today I'm gonna talk about the haunted house because at first I thought it was a roller coaster, but then I realized what we are and is on a haunted house that could turn into a roller coaster, but I don't think it's a roller coaster. So what happened? I was thinking, it's like, okay, what am I going to speak about? Like, there's Epstein, there's Trump, there's AOC, there's Nancy Pelosi, there's Joe Biden, there's Tulsi Gabbard, there's the wars in Iran, there's North Korea peace, there's the First Step bill, there's the Second Step bill. There's so much to talk about. So I was like, okay, and also, Antifa picking up and like one of them getting shot. I'll use the word murdered, but shot by officials. I'm hiding it. That we're moving. There's moving forward, but there's a push, and then there's a wave. Okay, so let me go back to. So I was thinking it was like a roller coaster. I was thinking it's there it is, the terrifying excitement or the exciting terrification. But it's not a roller coaster because when you're on a roller coaster, you see the ebbs, you see the flows, you see the ups, you see the downs. So I was like, well, is it like a flat roller coaster? It's like, and then how does that metaphor even run forward? Like, oh, is it a flat roller coaster? It's like, no, because that's just a highway or a train, and those aren't terrifying. They could be exciting, they could be terrifying, but you understand. So I decided it's a haunted house ride. Have you ever been on not a haunted hayride? It could be a haunted hayride, but I'm thinking about when you're on a track and you're in a place and it's going forward and things jump out at you and scare you and you're scared so it's bad, but you're scared so it's good. That is where I am. I don't think I think see I'm excited and terrified and then excited. Most people are terrified. I mean, I guess when I say most people are terrified, I think a lot of people are concerned about the outcome of everything. And I don't know who you are, what you all are about, or who you like, who you don't like, who you hate, who you love, how you live. I don't know. But I feel that a lot of people, and if you're listening to me, then I have no idea, are terrified about the notions of what's happening. I am not terrified of what's happening or what I'm afraid of. I'm excited that things are happening, and I'm terrified the way in which they will affect others. I haven't been watching the news too deeply much recently. I went so deep that I kind of came out the other side. It's like, okay, I get it. Like, even the people that I enjoy watching, or not enjoy, because, like, it's not really, again, it's not enjoyment. The people who I feel most honestly informed by. That is what I think is important. The people who I feel most honestly informed by, they also have bias. It's like, but even those folks, like I listen to the first beginning, and because I know they're biased and I know they're bent, I just listen to the information and then I'm gone because I can't indulge, I can't imbibe in the news cycle anymore. It's getting very interesting, and here's another reason why I'm not too worried because the mainstream media narratives are now starting to align with the narratives of the of the counter I don't know whatever you call it, you know what I'm saying, like the other, not Fox, not CNN, not NBC, like the other news, YouTube or independent journalists, they're starting to meld, and it's so interesting. It's so interesting to see these journalists and these independent journalists start to agree and start to see and start to put things together. And we don't even have the bombs. The bombs are being dripped out. Now, Jason, what do you care? Why do you care about this? Why do you care about the drips and the bombs? I'll say it right now. I was leaving work from a shit job on the night Barack Obama was first elected, and I watched people scream in the streets that finally we had a black president. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand the excitement. I mean, and I understand the benchmark, but to me it was just a benchmark. It wasn't a change. And I watched over the 8 years, I watched businesses close because they couldn't afford things, because the banks now were able to quote unquote steal their money. I watched as artists got pushed into compromising situations based on money. I saw stop and frisk not get stopped. I saw very little movement in terms of any movements. And now at the time I wasn't really as adept into politics, so my movements were really just like, hey, as a black person I don't want to be choked out. Also, that's it. I mean, for me, like, I'm just me, you know. I just happen to look this dark, and sometimes I'm darker, sometimes I'm lighter. You know, it changes. It was not a wonderful 8 years under Barack Obama, and the problem was everyone was so that they didn't see the policies. Now the problem was that there was the people who were just abjectly, you know, just didn't like it because of race, and there are people who do that and who are about that, and I'm not happy that they think that that is a way to add consider value in another person. They're stupid to me. They're dumb. Racists are stupid. That's it. That's it. What we have to do is get the powerful, stupid racists out. Now, because racists are just stupid. Just dumb. They're just dumb. Like, oh, well, thinking one's sentence is good or bad based on a skin color. I mean, think about that. I just said, thinking one's sentence is good or bad based on a skin color. Now imagine if I were a white person. Close your eyes. Now imagine I'm a woman. Thinking one's sentence based on gender. It's like, it's what you say. How you say it is important. And that's where I'm coming into contention with, is how I say things. But that can't curtail what I say. Anyway, so it's like a haunted hayride, because Epstein, R. Kelly, you know, they took the biggest guys and said, yo, dudes, Barr, who was tasked with not doing anything for Trump, but like mainly just cleaning up the FBI. And he's also looking in the middle of it. Like, you guys didn't hear that? He said, I'm going to clean up the FBI. So he is going to, I believe, and I hope, this is not news, and I hope, and this is what other people think, I hope that they think that they hope that he rips the lid off of it. Just rips everything out. to take it all out, man. Like everything. Like honestly, this is how serious I am. If Bill Barr were to come to me and say, Jason, I know you stole that candy bar from that grocery store when you were 7. Come here, you're going to jail. FBI's got you. I'd be like, you know what, dude? I did lie about it. I did lie. You got me. You got me. I would go. If it were my son and Bill Barr were like, yo, listen, I saw you push your brother. We gotta take you in. I mean, that's obviously, no. I don't have a point to this video. I just wanted to let you guys know that it is a haunted house ride, a flat, straight line where things are going to jump out and pop out at you. And I believe that because we're not on a hayride, we can't go off road. We're on a track. We're heading towards something. And what I hope it is, I'm going to be as honest as I can. What I hope it is a complete clearing of all the evil that is pervasive in American society. From churches dealing with kids, from Hollywood dealing with kids, from politicians dealing with kids, to the monies that they exchange to protect themselves from dealing with kids, to the powers that they exchange amongst themselves to dealing with kids, to the kids that they allow to go to school in these privileged universities so that they can contain the bullshit. And I think it's happening. Happening. And that's why I'm excited and terrified. Because I think it's happening. Regardless of it happening, regardless of it going the exact opposite way, what I think is that everything evil, and when I mean evil, I mean all the kids, remember I just said that, is going to come to light in a sense. And I think that at that point, I mean, I'll have to make a whole other video about the idea of capitalism and the way it interacts with the, idea of creation and society, because we've gone, if we had curtailed the evil and the inception of Epstein's, I'll just say of Epstein's and Weinstein's into, if we had gotten rid of them a long time ago, with technology would be so beautiful. So, I hope that whomever is listening understand that it's just a hayride. It's just a haunted trick. There's gonna be light.